Hello, beautiful friends. This is Lynette and Nikki, and we want to bring you our end of July front yard garden tour. And it's going to be tricky because I am trying not to show you all the trim work that we got going on because I want to have that be its own separate video. But our home here was built in 1842. I have my porch completely cleaned off because the painters are supposed to be getting to this area soon. They have the whole front done, so this is going to be a challenge. I am going to give you a sneak peek at the end, so be sure to stay tuned for that. As we go through the garden gates here at Garden 1842 and Home, our home was built in 1842, and that is the reason for the name of our garden. We garden here in a zone 6 and in central Ohio. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do us a big favor and hit that subscribe button. This is our backyard here that way. And then this here is our front yard. Let's go on through the garden gate. It's squeaky, it's old. Our house here is almost 200 years old. And we'll start here in the front yard. On the left here is a lace-capped hydrangea. And then along the border here, I have East Friesland salvias, but they're not in bloom. I had to cut them back and get a few little blooms here and there. But I did want to show you my ivy on my porch. It's almost, well, it's to the ground. I thought that was cute. So starting right here at the front, Steve just got me this planter, like just a few days ago, and I just popped in some annuals in there. It was $5, you guys, at a garage sale. But we've got the Super Tunia, Bubblegum Vista, Proven Winners Petunia there. And then above it is a Liatris, and it is blooming. It's tucked into the clematis there. There's a salvia there. I got some ageratum floss flower, a coleus, a vinca, a geranium, and some alyssum. And Steve also got me the little squirrel there. This huge plant that you see here is a sweet autumn clematis, and it'll be beautiful here come probably September. I can sort of see the flowers coming. This is the sweet autumn clematis. It goes from here all the way to about there. This here is kind of my wild border. More salvias, more ageratum, some zinnias, got snapdragons, and a beautiful orange zinnia. Now, I think it's so funny because orange and reds are probably my least favorite, but I think it looks beautiful. And the only two zinnias that I think came up in this garden are orange. This here is a truffle of pink gomphrena. There's a little annual salvia down there, another bubblegum. I have autumn sedum there. Some zinnias back there, and a limelight that got infested with some spider mites. So we're working on getting that hopefully fixed. I've been spraying like a wild lady. This right here is a rambling rose, and I decided this year to put it on a trellis. We got some little begonias, some geraniums, This here is a coleus. I have more geraniums, annual salvia, snapdragons, some more liatris back there. And then this is a pot here. I don't know if you can see the pot, but it's the bubblegum petunia. I got a couple geraniums in there. I don't know if I put any ivy in that one. In the back there is I believe going to be a really pretty pink dahlia, my other orange zinnia, more snapdragons. I'm really loving angelonia this year. And this right here is it's getting ready to bud or getting ready to bloom. It is an Ansonia. I've got a little yellow zinnia. I think that's the Profusion series. And a little short coneflower. It's a double coneflower there. Some more snapdragons. This phlox is so pretty. It is called a Dream Girls Garden Phlox. And I just planted this maybe a week or so ago. And it is called Belicious Agastache. And then this here is my phlox that I transferred from the backyard. More autumn joycetum, salvia. This is a butterfly bush there that's getting ready to bloom some more blooms. I had to cut it back. This here tree or bush is a crepe myrtle. It's going to be like a really pretty pink crepe myrtle. I have a dahlia behind that, and I have my Bathsheba David Austin rose growing there on the fence. More East Friesland salvia. I cut it all back, and I am starting to get a few little bit more blooms. And then in my urn, I have a Sweet Caroline Proven Winners potato vine. And then I have in the middle an annual salvia. And then the pink flower that you're seeing all the way around here is one bubblegum petunia. Okay, so past the urn, we have a coral knockout rose in the back. And then this is a carpet corally colored rose there. I have some salvias. That's a diantha, some columbine. This is a new perennial for me. It is a watermelon ruffles rose mallow hibiscus. And I'm so excited because I do see some blooms coming. And I tried another delphinium. I can never grow delphiniums, you guys. It's already starting to look a little weathered there. But it is a Pagan Purples New Zealand delphinium. So hopefully it'll grow back for me next year. If not, maybe I'll collect some seeds. Try it again next year. Down the row, I have some just little petunias, some begonias, and some geraniums on the edge. This here is a David Austin Boscabelle. This is a snowbound spirea. And this is a pink knockout rose. And it looks like I'm getting ready to get a few more blooms here. This here is a new plant for me this year. I just thought it was really pretty and I liked the coloring. But it is a silver wormwood artemisia. This here is a magic carpet spirea. And behind it I have another knockout rose. This is an endless summer hydrangea. I did get a few blooms on it this year, so that's exciting. This here is a David Austin. This is a Bobo hydrangea, and I've had it for 3 years and have not got one bloom on it, but I am sort of seeing, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I feel like there is something budding up in there. So maybe this will be the year I get a couple blooms. Okay, so passing the Bobo hydrangea, I did want to show you my impatiens here. They're looking really pretty. A few of them, it was really hard to keep them watered during the really hot heat. You can see the other one down there. Past the Bobo hydrangea, we come into a bed that is really in need of some love. But this is a ruby spice sweet spire shrub, and it is so pretty, and it was looking very like I thought it was completely dead. You can see we're working with one stem here, but I'm going to keep babying it and see if I can save it. This is I did get a couple new perennials for this area this year, and this is a Rhapsody Ballerina series primrose. And if you look closely, it's going to be really pretty purples. This here is an endless summer hydrangea that I did not get any blooms on. This is a euonymus. That's another one of the primrose there. And this is a heuchera. This here is a popcorn viburnum. This is my newest border here, and it is a row of 4 incredible hydrangeas. And then in front of all the hydrangeas, I have a row of salvia and veronicas. And then I put the bubblegum petunias in pots here. And in between the incredibles is a dwarf spruce tree. I'm really loving how this is looking this year. Now, after this tour, I'm going to take all these bubblegums out and trim them, give them a really good haircut. My little statue there. But this look right here is really exactly what I was wanting. The purple, the pink, and then when the incredibles were completely white, it looks really pretty. And then around, as we turn the corner, I have a wall of Boston ivy. And my husband's supposed to keep it trimmed up to where it's only on this wall here. And, it's going a little crazy. And then this is a weeping cypress tree. I love it. Past the weeping cypress, we have a couple boxwoods, some gladiolus, irises. This is a yellow yarrow. Got a little dianthus. And then in the pot here is a bubblegum petunia, and I have some snapdragons that's self-seeded from last year. My pots on the front porch are looking really pretty. Everything's filling in so beautifully. And I actually think things are ready for a haircut up there too, but man, I don't want to do it. And then I wanted to show you guys a little peek of what our trim paint is looking like. Now you guys gotta stay tuned because I want to show you the final. I've been recording every day. So let's get up here and take a closer look at my containers. In my crock, I have ageratum floss flower, a little marigold there, I have about 3 different types of coleus in the little woven basket there. In the other crock here, I have a Proven Winners petunia. And then in the back, I had a decent amount of snapdragons that reseeded from last year. You can see I'm going to get another set of blooms here. And then over in this container here, I have Creeping Jenny and bubblegum petunias from Proven Winners. Okay, on this side, I have a beautiful basket of alyssum. I have a coleus. It's a pink maverick geranium, Creeping Jenny, English ivy, and a yellow calabroscia. And then on this pot, we have more of the Proven Winners bubblegum petunia. Got some Creeping Jenny in there. And I had to cut back these snapdragons already, and they're getting ready to reflush for me there. Now I want to take you up on the porch. I only want to show you the porch, but I want to show you the colors we chose. The cream color, I believe, is called Slumber from Sherwin-Williams. And then what we have plans to do is the door behind the screen doors. I think the screen doors are coming off. And the doors behind the screen doors are very old. I mean, the original wood doors that need some love, but my painter said that he can fix them. And so we're going to try to sand them down, fill some holes, and have a beautiful, like, mahogany colored historical front door. So coming around the corner, we have another dwarf spruce tree. Sorry about my shadow. I just have another little pot here. Got some a grass in the middle, asparagus vine, potato vine. I think there's impatiens and petunias in there, and a marigold. This here is a lace-capped hydrangea. And then I just have a row of boxwoods. And I wanted to show you how pretty a couple of my hydrangeas are doing. Now these hydrangeas are the gift hydrangeas, you know, the hydrangeas that you would get for like Mother's Day. And sometimes they bloom for me and sometimes they don't. And then down the road is going to be a row of impatiens. I have pink, purple, and white. Every so often there's going to be lavender and salvias. This is one of my gift hydrangeas that did not bloom this year. I believe these are serendipity alliums. And then I just got these celosia. Our garden center was having a sale on their flats, and I thought they would be some pretty fall color maybe. Salvia in between. Celosia there, more impatiens. And then as soon as this tour's over, all this salvia here is going to get cut back. Another little thing of alliums there. And then this hydrangea did pretty good for me too this year. endless summer hydrangea. And in my clay pot here, I have, these are just the 6-pack petunias. I got a pink, a white, I got a Dusty Miller, I got some Creeping Jenny, I got some English ivy in there, I got some verbena that's not doing very good. This is a coleus here, and some blue agerated fluff flower. These are some of my endless summer hydrangeas. Getting a few little blooms. I gotta remember to come out here and ghost them and cover them in early spring when we get that frost that will snap them. I think these look so pretty. I wanted to take you around back here. We'll go through the urns. I'm needing to do a little cut back on these petunias here. I gave them a good feed yesterday, so hopefully that'll help them. The painters had to move my bench because they were sanding these shutters down today. But I just, look how pretty, you guys. That is one bubblegum petunia there. And we'll be getting ready for a backyard tour here very soon because it's looking really, really pretty. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us today for our front yard garden tour here at Garden 1842 and Home. We really appreciate all you guys, and we hope that you will join our YouTube family and help us get to 3,000 subscribers. Go find your passion today. Thank you for watching.